stood by, grabbed a Dunkin' Donuts, and now let's get ready to Dota. There we go.
Radiant team back.
Let's see. So, Force versus Windstrike, game number uno.
20 seconds remaining.
Anyone want to bet on this game? Aye or nay?
5 seconds remaining.
For Windstrike versus the Oracle Lone Druid, Tiny for Force. Look, we're gonna see Gibkey again on his trademarked Tony. His trademarked Lone Druid, sorry, not Tony. Not Tony Chocolonely.
5 seconds remaining.
And it's gonna be a B-A-oot.
Radiant team back.
Terrorblade, okay. We see a little bit more Terrorblade coming up lately, but it's not necessarily that great of a hero still. Or at all. Or ever. So, it's, it's kind of okay-ish.
10 seconds remaining.
Against this lineup, I mean, it's not the greatest against Shaker, plus Enchantress can take over one of the Terrorblade illusions pretty easily. Is this Force the one with XVP personnel? No? No? This is Force with Gibkey, king of the micro. Now my music is gone, so let's turn this on.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Okay, last pick, it's going to be the puck, so it's going to be a puck mid. No, never mind, it's Lone Druid mid, it's puck off lane, Terrorblade, safe lane, Tiny 4, Oracle 5. For 4s, TA versus Lone Druid, I mean, the split shot, yeah, like, if you get a good side blade combo, you can do a lot against Lone Druid, but most of the time, Lone Druid's just a pain.
10 seconds.
This is a classic boring draft. In what way is this a classic boring draft? Like, honestly, this is one of the most... This draft never gets picked. I've not seen a single time that this dire draft has been picked this season. I mean, Terrorblade, I've only seen like 4 Terrorblade games. 2 strength, 2 IG, 1 int. Yeah, that has absolutely nothing to do with Dota. By the way, it is 1 strength, 2 agi, 2 int. On the 4's lineup, on the Windstrike lineup, it is 3 strength, 1 agi, 1 int. Ooh, he's got the yellow Terrorblade. Lifesteal last pick, it's pretty... They could honestly lane him in the middle lane against the Lone Druid, because the Lifesteal is very good against Lone Druid. But he'll be laning up against BZZ and Tiny. So the Puck and... the Tiny. Which should be... I mean, I don't really see a way that they can easily take him out. Especially with the Enchantress in the lane guarding him. I like Force's lineup a little bit more here. I also think Force are the better team. So my vote's for their lineup. Gibkey, Lone Druid, there's a reason that almost everyone bans that hero out. G2 versus Fnatic just begun.
Prepare for battle.
Betting, close betting. Well, Carta, this is make or break. Either you take away his mod for a month, or, well, you break and shatter in a million pieces. The world your white room, straight jacket, Bets are already closed. Sorry, I already evened out the odds. By the way, are the eggs a monthly thing? Will it be reset tomorrow with the new month? Yes, Muntasir. Every month the eggs will be reset. Which draft you like? I like Force draft. Hard to bet on the lineup that I do not like that much. I'm not the biggest fan. Lifestealer just got a pretty hefty nerf. And Gibkey is playing on his Lone Druid. Oh shit, I gotta get rid of that Be Right Back screen. You're right. Hard to bet on Windstrike. of greedy heroes in Force Draft. I mean, Gibkey's Lone Druid is just, you know, it's a classic god tier Lone Druid. There's a reason that most, it was a 3 bounty room pickup for 4s at the start of the game with the one for Windstrike. Go all in the next games then. Exactamundo. End of the month, might as well risk it all. My prediction is 4s. I like their, first of all, I think their team is way better because this is the new Windstrike, which is like 7 times as weak as the old Windstrike. The only team that I've ever seen this Windstrike pretty much beat has been Dendy's squad, stacked twice. I still don't get what's the use of cosmetics and such. It's fun. Otherwise you get the same boring look and everything. I mean, it's a free game, yeah. I also like cosmetics. Got it. Cheese Go Knife to Arcanas. I mean, this one is sick. This yellow gem. I've got the red gem, but this yellow gem looks pretty fucking amazing. The Unhallowed Ground. I don't get play Gary. I am almost back to, I'm almost Ancient 5. No? Yes, Ancient 5. 10% left to go, so probably one game. BCC getting a little bit aggressive here. She will take out the courier, but BCC, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. That's going to be first blood for Kikid on the edge right there, bottom lane. In the meantime, middle lane, Youngji absolutely annihilating Kibki in the mid farm. Wow, he's doing a lot of work. Might as well for Winter Wyvern Arcana this year. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. I've got the fucking Ogre Magi Arcana, and that is just such a waste of money. I don't play Ogre Magi, and I also hate the Arcana, so I don't know why the fuck I ever bought it. Laning stage, pretty heavily favoring Windstrike right now. Like, all 3 of the lanes are going really well for Windstrike. 19-teen, all he needs is pretty much level 4, level 5, and then he just heads over towards the jungle with the Conjure Image Metamorphosis. Oh, nice Fissure Block. He's going to TP back towards the tower. Otherwise, he's going to get absolutely annihilated. Earthshaker got his level 3 just too slow. I mean, I can still just sell the Ogre Magi Arcana anyway. Then I'd take a loss of like $5. Probably will do that, though. Oh, give Kid these grabs the regen rune, but his bear, well, he has a resummon for the bear if shit gets necessary. It's not having the best of fun in that middle lane. But always just trade for better items. Might trade my CSGO knife though. Kinda don't like, I think I'm just gonna add a little bit of extra money and then make it a falchion. Because falchion is by far still my favorite CSGO knife. I love the extra animation where you can like jiggle it on, keep it in your hand. That one's my, yeah, I love that one. Van score, taking a lot of damage here. Level 2 boar slowing down Van score, but TSA will not catch up to him. Bounty runes have spawned. Should be a 2 for 2 bounty rune. Oh, never mind. 3 bounty rune pick up for 4s because the Lone Druid Bear is gonna snatch one away. And we have a pause. This Gimki actually, oh, he's got 1,000 gold extra in his bank right now. Huh. He hasn't bought anything just yet. Will they be able to hold them off from chasing them? Because Young G's getting way too much out of this middle lane, and Lifestealer on the other hand as well. Oh, Vansco dies top lane. 19 teen doesn't have Metamorphosis anyway, so he can't really try and go for return kill in that top lane either.
The hidden ones have blessed me.
The hidden ones have blessed me. Oop. Prediction. Already gave my prediction earlier. Right, there's.
Dire structures are fortified.
There we go. Finally, the top lane. They're gonna go in on the Beast Monster. They're a little bit deep here. TP coming out from the Ench as well. They will catch at least Van Score. The Chew's going to be the next one to fall as well. And now 19 teen, he has to run. So Young G, top net worth of the game, is going for the Deso Rush first item. Lone Druid, actually, Gimki's farm is also going pretty well. Went for the first item, Javelin. So that he can proc some shit, maybe get himself the Maelstrom Rush, so he can farm faster, and try and keep up with the net worth of these Windstrike cores.
You can't take this away from me. The way I have.
And the best opportunity that Windstrike has is if they actually start pushing buildings really quick. Once that Deso's done, get Roshan, because they have a very good quick Roshan lineup, and then cut all the farming possibility away from the side of 4s. I mean, TA plus Lifestealer does hurt like a fucking truck.
I can never say no. Music gives me sun when winter starts.
Oh. Is YDF winning? I can check. YDF is at the moment in the lead, yeah. Oh, Roar comes out, control onto BZC, and TSA takes out 19 Teen and BZC in the top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bum, 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 bum.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Young G, well, Gipke is actually keeping up in farm. We'll have his Maelstrom almost done, but they will lose 19 teen again bottom lane. And this is starting to become a bit worrisome. Starting to lose a couple, well, just in general, 19 teen a couple too many times. Gimki won't be able to fight for a while. 19 teen, he at least needs two. Well, he's going for the SNY. He at least needs that and plus one more. DK Focus versus BZ. Look at the farm on TSA. This shaker is gigantic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I heard a coil snap, and Kiki will get taken out by Chu in the top lane. So, decent catch by Windstrike right there. There's going to be fan score. Slowed down, Young G will smash him up, and, well, he's actually still not done with the Deso, surprisingly enough. I would have expected him to have his Deso by now with the way he was farming.
Rumor speaks of the lone druid as an ancient one, yet here I see Polly a snatch.
Well, Gibkey's going to try and push out the T1 tower mid. Blink, the walk-in echo slam. Gibkey dies. BCC going to be chased. They are. Well, he will be able to jump back to the high ground, but there's a chase from the Life Stealer. Illusory Orb will get him out of harm's way. No Blink Dagger, no nothing. They won't catch him, but it is not looking too good for the side of fours. Yeah, this is the moment where they have the Enchantress with an enchant creep that she can take over. They've got the Soon Deso on the TA, and they've got the Beastmaster. They will be able to take down buildings pretty quickly. Say I want you that way. Wow, Kiki is even ahead of Chu. DK Fogos with his Helm of the Dominate. Oh, actually, Necrobook. Wait. No, that's not a Helm of Dominate. That's the Enchantress. Enchanted Creep for the extra movement speed, attack speed. Movement speed from that thing, the Cobalt Foreman. Smoke up, heading out, almost done with a Blink Dagger on the Shaker as well. Okay, this game might just snowball completely out of control in a couple of seconds. Smoke will not be popped, so they know that that's the fake. Fan score in the middle lane is going to be an easy catch, though. Bye-bye. Doesn't even have false promise yet, so there was no chance in hell that he would be able to survive that bottom lane. They're trying to go for the Life Stealer who got silenced, but he does have himself a rage. Even an infestive needed, but he's just going to eat up Chu, regen his health through Chu, and they're going to try and catch, well, BC is in the trees and too far from reach. Gipkey's got the Maelstrom, and that's about it. Doesn't even have his boots for his bear just yet. Body parts used to be, yeah. Dream Coil on the Shaker. Silence comes out. Vanscore trying to go for the root, but Young G has the Deso, and he sees a Vanscore walking there. 2 hits are needed. Doesn't get the second hit off in range. In the meantime, BC got roared up by DK Fogos, and another kill for Windstrike with the second Necrobook level being sent out. Bottom tier 1 tower is going to get melted. Oh, 19 team. Oh, well, it was a good block. They're going to try and defend it. They are actually going to defend it. But in the meantime, you have Life Stealer farming up top lane. You have the TA going in through mid. 7k lead already for the side of fours. Gibkey on the run will kill off one of those Necrobook creeps and take out the Enchanting creep as well, but needs to be careful because there is a Blink Echo available from the Shaker. Oh, good fear from Gibkey. Really fast reactions there. They will smack down the bear. Does have a resummon, but now needs to be careful with that resummon. That way. Tell me why.
is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is falling.
What have we
Oh, Vance is going to get. They're just melting everything. Gibkey's bear is going to be a dieback. Well, he doesn't have a reason for 55 seconds.
Dire's middle tower
BC is trying to get some split push going on.
Dire's structures are fortified.
BZZ smacked, completely annihilated. And the high ground push commences. Tier 3 tower is gone.
Dire's middle tower.
Gonna go in for Chu.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, there's no. Okay, Metamorphosis gets popped. Will he be able to defend his base? Well, they can just head into the Roche Champ and get themselves an Aegis. And Necrobook level 3, I guess, is already flying out. No? Yes? No? There's the Necrobook level 3 coming in for DK Fogos.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
I really wish I could have made it to the mixed tourney. So bad. Damn it. TSA trying to get Gibkey, but he is in his fat owl form, so he's rather tanky, just gonna walk back into his base. How far is this? Okay, his bear just only got the boots of speed added. He's still going for the Mjolnir. Though this is probably not gonna end well.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Melee racks in middle lane are gone. The range racks are gonna be next. I mean, they're 10k behind 17 minutes in. They do have one hero that's still reasonably farmed. But the problem with Terrorblade is once his Metamorphosis is on cooldown, he's kind of useless. Why are they still not going for Roche, by the way? Windstrike B, well, the Windstrike squad. I mean, this is not Windstrike B. It used to be. It was supposed to be Windstrike B. Well, at least that's what Ghost of Games said. But this is the actual new Windstrike lineup, which is the old Modus Unity lineup. Yes, Modus Unity.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Or is 11k behind, though? I know. I mean, could be that he expects him to win the best of 3.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
BZZ, he got fucked. Gonna eat. There we go. With Roshan dying, there's not really that much fear that they can have. Like, it's not, the Lone Druid Bear has 2 enemies in this game, and that's the TA does a fuckload of damage, but most importantly, that Lifestealer can absolutely destroy it. Hey, sup, 2 back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, top lane push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
And
top tower is under attack.
middle lane, they're trying to get a catch in. Missed a little bit there. Tossback comes out. That's going to be Young G losing his ages. Or is it Dream Coil onto 3 by BCC? They snap the coil, and the Ench will stay. Sorry, the TA will not lose his age just yet. I should saw it.
Gotcha.
Himself could be pulled out of me. Wait, what? Who's restreaming me? No. That guy is literally saying that someone on YouTube is using my stream. Hello, people on YouTube. Good to meet you. I'll give key. Is gonna try and run away. They get the route in to control up the life stealer. There's gonna be the Deso damage. Gibkey in trouble. Gibkey is dead, even if he buys back. If he would have a buyback, you know, losing your bear once is already just terrible, and they will be able to annihilate him a second time.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Room left to move in between you and I. We just stream to post it on YouTube. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I would not give a fuck if they actually asked, but no one ever asks, so not very nice of them. Okay, gets the thunder off, but he doesn't have his metamorphosis, and he is now a little bit out of stage. Okay, he just straight up ran into die. Echo Slam comes out. Good catch by TSA. The signs from BC is not going to keep 19 alive. I don't think that the heals will be enough, and he gets snapped like a twig. Top set of racks are next.
They're unstoppable.
And the GG gets called. Game number 1 goes in favor of Windstrike, taking out 4s. Well, in game number 1, we still have a game number 2, and possibly, most likely, a game number 3. Gift from the heavens, it was easy to tell. It was love from above that could save me from hell. She violated the soul.
It was easy to see how the devil himself could be pulled out of me. There were drums in the air as she started to dance. Every soul in the room keeping time with their hands. And we sang,
The guy who should also change your voice. Wait, to what? So he's using another Costa's voice or what?
Ponish.
I'll take that.
A private.
It is not my time.
There's pudding in this. Dunkin' Donuts are delicious. There we go. I'm done with my donut. Donuts. So Bait might actually win a game. Against Lil Stack, that's actually pretty impressive. Taking out aggressive mode.
Dominating, I guess.
Wait, who the fuck's Sunlight? This is a different version of. I don't even think Naive was in aggressive mode. They're playing with a different mid and safe laner. Huh. Who is their mid and safe laner again? Was it G? No, G's in a different team. I think. Fuck. Item Scepter, Basher, BKB, Diffusal Blade. Going for the Butterfly next. Oh no, it wasn't a chocolate. Well, it had chocolate on top, but it was like the middle of the donut was like pudding. And I love pudding. Pudding. Donut. Well, they take out King R and will X mark back LeBron. X comes out. He does have that Heavenly Grace to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Does not pop the cheese. He knows he's dead.
Thanks for playing.
And a double there for Naive. Who's going for the Nullifier next? Okay, interesting choice. Danny's playing mid Zeus, but did go for the Glimmer Cape. Bots, Glimmer Cape, Ags. Aether Lens into Yules? Yes?
Dire are scanning.
Mega kill on the rock.
Rip Sunlight.
Nailed it. Nailed it. They're unstoppable. Double kill.
I did yesterday. It's also recorded. Felix. I played Just Dance with my girlfriend and Twan and his girlfriend, and me and Twan did kung fu fighting together. It was really, 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 really bad. We can't dance. Alright, see you two back.
They're unstoppable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Lil from base just smacking down. Danny from base smacking down fools.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I mean, it is pretty doable for the lineup of Danny. I mean, you're playing up against a lineup that are playing with two substitutes. Their safe laner and their mid laner. Let's see, is the second game almost ready? Parimatch still not busy. They are going to go for Spartan top lane, who's taking a lot of damage there. In the meantime, Aurora onto the Morph. Pio dives in. I want to join in. Nice, sir, Spike. They will kill off Spartan. Wait for him out by Naive to escape. Bum, bum.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning. Your song has fallen into the ring.
Yeah. Oh shit! Celery is getting close to 9K rating as well. $12K net with lead. They do have themselves that Aegis. Was it an Aegis cheese? Oh, also Refresher Shard. Nice. Double Nimbus. Double Thunder God's Wrath. Rip Lil. Lil's not having a good game. Every single time I see someone dying, it's Lil.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
How much MMR am I? There we go. Sorry, I was typing a little bit because he went for the cast range instead of the arc lightning damage. That's actually something I don't see too often. Normally, Zeus's almost always go for the arc lightning damage because it's so much lightning damage. It does 300 damage with an arc lightning. Dream Call on to 3 coming in. Lil's going to get jumped. There's going to be the false promise to try and keep the lion alive of all heroes. Will gets snapped. Timbersaw stunned for a very long time. Silence comes out, but he will low throw himself. He laid on to LeBron. 5 position. Opening night does not really give a damn, even if he would die. All he has to do is pop that GA, and keep everyone alive. Eve turning into a little bit of that Zeus. They're gonna go for Pyo. Pyo dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
omniscience.
Double damage.
Okay, Kunga. Dream Coal comes out. On to 2. There, again, it's the Aghanim Scepter Dream Coal. That's just a pure pain because you can't, you don't want to snap it. They did already lose the Aegis. Then he did use his Refresher Shard, and I think Cheese maybe has also been used on him as well.
All ones will break.
Can you give me the link of the playlist, please, please, please? Sure.
The armor of omniscience. Nailed it. My favorite kill is the monolith.
Lobby not found. Fuck you! You got... Please be in the live section. Please be in the live section. Please be in the live section. Please be in the... Go fuck yourself. God, I love that Aghanim Scepter bounce. He only has 40. Oh, they've only died 20 times this game. This is such a CIS fucking game. Yo. Shadow Dance, bounce. Back to safety. Backs off onto Naive, a little bit of magic damage, but they do have Spartan behind it with the False Promise if necessary. I guess they're waiting for the next Roshan, which would be a free Aghanim Scepter, which would be nice for LeBron, probably. Yeah, I would say LeBron.
Invisibility.
I mean, has to be, right? At that point.
Regeneration.
All ones will break.
There we go, that's the one that we want.
Radiant tune back. Dire tune back. Radiant tune back. Dire tune back. Radiant tune back. Dire tune back. Remaining.
Okay, so game number 2 between Force and Windstrike, and surprisingly enough, at least to me, Windstrike did win game number 1. I mean, they did have like big ass brawly heroes, but still, I had faith in Force, and I still do. Forever Force, boys. Forever Gipkey.
Dire team.
First pick, the Oracle. Okay, so Oracle means Huskar scary, Troll Warlord scary. Rubik, a couple good steals to make. With the Mars, we see a lot more Mars being picked up lately. I think it's, it could possibly go in mid if necessary, but it's most of the time still an off-lane hero.
Radiant team back.
dun, 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 dun.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team back.
Bum, bum, bum. So, with the Timber Saw, Timber Saw does deal well with heroes like Mars and most definitely against strength heroes. But you also have good heroes that can counter the Mars pretty easily. The Timber Saw, sorry. That you could put up against them in the lane. There are actually a lot. Monkey King, for instance, is pretty good against him most of the time. One of my favorite heroes to pick up against Timber Saw, which absolutely annihilates him in the lane, is a 5-position silencer. It's so stupidly strong. You just level the Glaives of Wisdom, and you just keep on right-clicking him. You just constantly just keep right-clicking him. All that pure damage goes right through his armor, and it will melt the Timber Saw.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm actually going to check real quick. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Did G2 win game? Oh, G2 still hasn't won game number 2.
Dire team back.
Game number 1, actually. It's still not game number 1. It's not game number 2 yet.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Did I open the bets? Yes, I did. Okay, let's see. What's banned? Bloodseeker banned. Not necessarily the greatest TA banned because Young G just absolutely annihilated that middle lane with the TA. Lone Druid banned by Windstrike because, of course, you don't want to give Gibkey. He might lose one, but he will win the other. And this is the second game, yes. First game was won by Windstrike with a pretty fast lineup.
Dire team picks.
PL banned out. Okay. So they're not gonna, well, maybe they'll deal with Delusion, but PL's not the greatest against Mars, honestly.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, come on. Windstrike, stop slacking with your God, these Pepe Hans resident sleeper drafts. Keep seeing him too many times. Witch Doctor. Okay, Witch Doctor with Mars. It could work with very good combos. Very good against Timbersaw with the Maldic damage. Shaker. Okay, so with the Shaker, they did. Actually, no, the Shaker was just played by Windstrike. So they have two very strong tank heroes. They're going to pick up Razor on Windstrike's side. Could be a mid, could be a safe lane. They both play it. I would assume it's going to be a safe lane. However, it depends on whatever. Okay, with the Death Prophet. Will they adjust it? Will they pick something else? You know what I've seen lately? A lot of, I don't know why, but a lot of mid laners have been picking up Queen of Pain against the Death Prophet and then getting absolutely annihilated by it. I still never get why they keep doing that. But the Death Prophet mid, a hero that is not necessarily, you know, on greatest terms recently.
5 seconds remaining.
But it doesn't have necessarily that many hard counts in the middle lane either. It's a very survivable sustain hero, and that's what For's lineup has. They have Timbersaw sustain to keep himself alive, Death Prophet sustain, and the Oracle. And Oracle, Death Prophet works wonders together because you just false promise him and he throws out, you know, healing lifelines everywhere to try and stay alive during a fight. So all in all, I do dig Forza's lineup a little bit more right now. I'm not a big fan of the Witch Doctor pick. I mean, there are other heroes that would work way better against the Timbersaw if you need to, and would also be more of use. But if you get the Witch Doctor Mars combo going, if you get the cast bounce inside the arena with, you know, the Death Ward on top, you could absolutely annihilate the enemy, especially if you get the Aghanim Scepter Witch Doctor, but no one really builds that, at least not quickly, in Dota these days.
Radiant team, Dire team pick.
Slark. Okay, Slark safe lane Oracle 5. Not necessarily the greatest against Razor.
Choose your hero.
And the last pick, Young G Dusa. Okay, so we're going to see a Dusa versus, well, Slark has problems killing the Dusa. Actually, they all have problems killing the Dusa. This is a hard game. Like, if Windstrike can hold on long enough, that Dusa should be able to carry them to victory. Do you think Forrest can win this game too, or should one cash out? I'm not going to say if you know, cash out or not, but it's a toughie. I'm not going to lie, it's a toughie. I'm not, you know, I've seen so many Dusas recently absolutely stomped that I'm always afraid to say. I think Windstrike have, you know, Dusa's just too good. Dusa's too good.
Prepare
Everyone's going for win strike. I need to even out the odds. If anyone gonna bet any more on this game, then you have to bet in chat right now. Exclamation mark bet, space team, space how much. Razor can create space for Dusa to farm. Exactly, they have a very strong space creating lineup, and then behind that they have a Dusa that's just freaking impossible to kill. Because Slark is a kind of a terrible hero to kill, the Dusa, because you need to focus him and hit him for a very long time to actually drain all his mana and kill him off, which is not something the Slark really enjoys doing, especially not against Dusa Stone Gaze. However, of course, when he's stunned, he can purge off the Stone Gaze, but that's a whole different side of the game. Death Prophet does fuck all. Oh wait, add points, UK Truman.
The battle begins.
Close betting. There we go. Right it, but if they fall behind early, I'll try to salvage what I can. Or should have took the win strike plus 1.5. Yet most of the time when you're looking at these types of teams against each other, plus 1.5 on the slightly worse team, most of the time just pays off because it's so much value you get out of it. Bum bum. Well, Young G is playing that middle lane Deuce. They're gonna 2v1 the Dusa just to make sure that Young G doesn't get any farm. That means that Gimki's not gonna get any experience himself. First blood onto BCC top lane. Kikid on that Witch Doctor. Maldic level 1 actually. And he did go for the Timber Chain, but Maledict's good counter for the Timber Saw. Personally, I prefer the Silencer more, but if you want to go for early game roaming, then it's probably better to have the Timber Saw. Medusa mid lane is better than safe lane. Not always, but in this case, it depends on how you're going to be able to handle your lane. In this case, they want to just, let the Razor dominate his safe lane. Because Razor's not that good against Death Prophet in a 1v1 matchup. And if you just get the Dusa experience, the Dusa will be able to outfarm in the late game and just absolutely... unless he gets caught. DP back. We'll get back the TP under the two. He's getting disrupted pretty heavily. And Gibke is actually ahead in experience right now. In the meantime, bottom lane, DK Focus takes out 19 team. Okay, so 3 kills already for the side of Windstrike. This is, they're disrupting the Dusa's mid lane, but they are losing the other 2 lanes, so that's also not great. And if the Dusa just gets levels, gets split shots, starts farming the jungle early, value. That's why he's not spending a point in Split Shot or Mana Shield right now. Because he'll be using that, leveling Split Shot in a little bit to be able to farm up everything. Oh, Fissure Block comes out. Young G doesn't have a TP available, but Shaker, he can't, you won't be able to kill off Young G just like that. Skill.
That's mine.
Dendy team just came back. Yeah, I saw that they were. I saw that they won. I didn't know that they had a 24k deficit. Was that the Zeus game that they had a 24k deficit? Wait, really? Oh, BZZ. He's going back in on Kikid, but there's the Maledict. It's level 1, but he does have the paralyzing cask on top. In the meantime, Chu is going to get the kill onto TSA. Stun comes out. Kiki, he's trying to kill off BZ. BZ only has level 1 reactive armor. So close to dying. Healing salve gets used. Look at this beauty of an army that he's taking with him. That, you know, he's going to die with, but, you know, nice job in running.
Killing.
Bye. Kiki dies. Kills off BZC and ripped the timber saw. Nice little run there, buddy. I mean, did you see the team that Lil Stark was? Lil Stark was playing with 2 substitutes. Their mid laner and their safe laner were both subs. Say no. Even though Naive is a very good player, it's still a sub. And with subs, it normally does go a little bit more problematic. Bountoons have spawned. And it's going to be a 2-for-2 Bountoon trade-off. In the meantime, top net worth we have... What the fuck is his name, actually? Anyone here speak Russian? Oh, Riggs is doing pretty good at least. Young G slightly behind Gibkey, but at this point in the game it doesn't really matter that much. Shaker finally deciding to help out his top lane. Look at that army of creeps. Fisher Block is going to make sure that they stack link snaps. He's level 6 on the Razor. Let's see, Death Prophet's not even level 6. Or, you know, Young G. Easy Razor top lane. They just gave that Razor full free farm. Death Prophet Exorcism comes out, facial block on the wrong side. Will they manage to secure the kill though? Onto the Razor, he's going to turn around trying to catch Shu, but Shu will not fall, and Kikita's just going to have to go for the TP back towards the tier 1 tower to stay safe. In the meantime, bottom lane, how is Slark doing? He's doing even worse than Young G. DK Fogos based on the Wikipedia. No, DK Fogos is the offlaner. Who's the position 1 of Windstrike?
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Because I can't read Russian.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, Deuce says level 6. He could just technically enter the jungle and continue to farm forever. Chikaro, I don't know what it's mean. Okay, interesting name. There's going to be the attempt onto Young G. Does lose all his mana and he will fall. Someone cancelled his TP or got interrupted in his TP. I assume he got... No, he just cancelled his TP. Huh. They will in the meantime take out BZ in the top lane again. Razor gets himself another kill. Thank you very much. It's a meme. Okay. And skewer him to the tree. Gibkey with the Maldic level 2. Should fall and the kill goes to Kikid. Shows himself. It's now a 1k lead for the lineup that has the super scary Dusa for the late game. Dusa, of course, is struggling in this game. Actually, Chu is 2-0-1 on the Earthshaker. That's not bad. BZ is 0-4-1. That's a lot worse. It's prediction. I think it's an 2-0 for Windstrike. The Deuce is just too good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh crap, Fanscore got blown up bottom lane. In the meantime, I missed that. Sorry, I was looking at the draft for a Dutch tournament that's going on right now. See if there were any people I recognized in it. Didn't forget to watch 7. No, I did not forget to watch 7 Deadly Sins.
Dire's top tower.
Was that much to spoil? From the last episode? It was an okay episode, I think.
I see you weren't properly grounded.
I really don't get why everyone's trusting those fucking angels all of a sudden. Yeah, but the male thing I already knew.
Dire's top tower.
Everyone's fucking trusting those fucking angels. Holier than thou, little fuckfaces.
Dire's top tower is under
Melios and Elizabeth dies in the end.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
There we go. There, that's simple. So silent without JCN right now, spoiling my shows.
Is under attack.
Oh. Gask on to Chew. Will they get the chase in? BZZ as well. It's going to deal a decent amount of damage. It does get maledicted though. Fisher Block will kill off TSA. And Oracle on the other side is gonna get... Is he gonna die? He's so close, so close, so close. Vanscore's gonna stay alive. Turn this on to DK Focus possibly. Unless DK... No, Vanscore walks back too close towards the Mars. And Mars will get the TP out. 2-for-1 trade. Still favoring Windstrike. While in the meantime, Young G is farming up that middle lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not the best start for Forest. Do you think they can still win this game? It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough because, you know, they have that late game god of a Dusa. And if Dusa gets, for instance, a, 25-minute rapier with the Aegis, then I don't see them coming back because they don't have damage to kill off the Dusa.
Dire are scared.
Oh, they screw a Gibkey. BC is gonna try and get some damage dealt. They will kill off Kiki. That's a 4-kill streak picked up by Gibkey. And Windstrike will get back under the tower. In the meantime, Race is farming in the top lane while Young G is farming everything else. Oh, Carty, he cannot respond right now.
Radiant's middle
He
tower.
got a timeout.
Dire structures are fortified.
He was a bad boy. He knows the rules. Don't fucking spoil my anime.
Dire's turret has been
Okay, Kiki and gets taken out. Looking pretty good here.
under attack.
Good aggressive movements coming out from Forest, taking out towers quickly. That would be the third tower of the game with those the Death Prophet exorcisms. Rurik jumps in just to get annihilated by BZZ. And DK Focus going to get rooted up. The strength reduction comes out. DK Focus in trouble. Silence on top. Didn't even matter. He couldn't get anything done. The Razor walks in. He's trying to get some shizzle manizzle off the hizzle done. Dusa's walking through as well. Young G takes out BZZ with the last right click. And 11-8 in favor of Windstrike. 1k lead still for them. But the net worth advantage just keeps on spiking back and forth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We are very friendly people. It's all you, Felix, you monster. Felix is so toxic, it's unreal. There we go. Had to check something quickly. Who's likely to win this game? Windstrike. Windstrike have the superior draft.
He's a great conductor.
Blink Dagger's now done on Shu though, so that's at least a nice timing for him. The CTU say he's going for the Aether Lens. He'll be able to break open those boots. BKB next item for the Razor. Young Chi is going for the Manta, and I assume Rapier afterwards, because, you know, that's what all the big boys go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Exorcism comes out. Arena of Mars. Echo Slam onto 2. They will take out the Razor immediately. And Mars will just barely survive, but he will manage to get back into safe territory. Seems like Force can't fight this. I mean, yes, they can. But most of these engagements, like Dusa's not involved. Though, honestly, I think that Young Ji does farm pretty slowly at the moment. I normally see Dusa's with a lot more farm at this point in the game. Even though he did get disrupted in the middle lane very heavily.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower
I mean,
is
Slark is really just nowhere near. He's got his Diffusal Blade now done 17 minutes in, and he only has a Diffusal Blade.
Dire's bottom tower
Gimki's Exorcism is the main reason why they're still running this game on Forza's side. Ooh, Kikita's dead. Well, that should be, first perma agility for the Slark.
Go on, get out of here.
17 minutes in, first perma agility.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, Butterfly is his next item. I can get... No, not really. Don't really like it. Like, the only real way that he can die right now is if the Exorcism just keeps hitting him forever. So you'd rather go for something like an Eye of Skadi instead, in my opinion. Oh, Roshan is going to get taken by fours. Well, attempted at least by fours. Will they be able to respond in time? They will manage to catch out BZZ. And because the rest of the team is nowhere to respond, they might know that there's something up right now. They're sending in the illusions towards the Roche Pit. It is dropping pretty quickly, and that should be in ages for... Well, that's a great moment to pause the game. Quote-unquote lag. Force can win map 2. I think it's pretty tough to win the second map. They did manage to secure the Aegis on 19 team, who's going for the Aghanim Scepter next. They will spot out the Razor, who doesn't have his BKB just done. Silence on the Mars. Death Ward gets thrown out though. And False Promise on to 19 teen. He is going to get skewered to the side, going to take a lot of damage. That might pop his Aegis. Probably going to pop his Aegis, honestly. That's going to be the first life gone. Gibkey is without any supplies there. He will get taken out. They're going to focus the Slark. Pounces away will... Oh, he steals the pounce. Spear of Mars will not hold him in place, but he's getting slowed down heavily. Will hate purge everything off of him. The stun comes through. Static Link. Bounces again. They're chasing him forever.
I'll take that.
Echo onto the Razor. His team is nowhere to be found, but he uses himself up before the rest of the team comes out. There's going to be the control, the jump in. 19 team is going to die. Chew with the fissure. Razor is still not going to fall dead. Oh, there's the catch on the other side. Never mind. They do manage to find him and keep DK Focus going for the TP out. 19 team has the Yules, catches out DK Focus, and they will go for the Mars kill here. But while, again, all of this is going on, you just see Young G got the double damage, farming up the jungle. Just chilling. He knows if he just stays alive, if he just keeps farming, the game is over and they will win this. Yeah, he's from the DK Truman Familia. The best guy in the Familia. I don't have anything to drink. Fuck.
Radiant are scanning.
Is that WC match still being played? Yeah, WC LAN finals.
Is under attack.
Which is a best of 5, which I actually want to do. But on the end, it depends on if Dave wants to play a game or not. He should have picked Deuce instead of Death Prophet. I already cashed out and bet it all on Win Strike Game 2 to try to even out. So I hope they win. I hope for you too, bud. Fingers crossed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now we're finally seeing Young G actually accelerating in this farm, getting ahead of everyone else.
Dire's top tower is
Is
under
he
attack.
Shiva's guard or what's he going for? He just bought the casual plate mill. Which, Loadsword maybe? Nah. Shiva's.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Loadsword is actually not that bad of an item, but normally you'd see that on the Timber Saw beforehand. Who's going for the Heaven's Helmet, which is a very good item against the Dusa?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Corona things will be ruined all esports tournaments. Yeah, I heard about like everything getting either postponed or cancelled right now. God, people are living in terror like crazy. Fucking idiots. Hey! X12 Isaacs, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Dreams, baby.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I guess we never knew how lucky we were before the corona came along. There's now finally a case in the Netherlands of the corona, and I literally heard people they found out in the public transport and they were like, oh no, we're all gonna die. It was like, okay. Gipkey, exorcism, he's heating up, well, he's gonna be max health or getting close to, yep. But immediately afterwards gets annihilated. And they're gonna make this, he actually misses his Spear of Mars right there, but they're gonna make this 3 kills for the side of Windstrike for absolutely nothing. That's a pretty decent trade, I would say.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Exactly, it's not the fucking plague. Even if we had the plague break out right now, we still wouldn't be fucked. This is the 21st fucking century, it's a bad version of the flu, get the fuck over it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What a bounty!
Let's see, is there...
Radiant are scared.
Edge. My hexes die.
Okay, BZ and Kiki both get taken out. So far this year, there have been 2,000 deaths of the coronavirus, and of the flu there have been 14,000 deaths of the flu. Tell that to Wuhan residents. It is just a bad version of the flu. I can't help it that their fucking marketplaces are filled with rats in their food, and they slaughter animals on the same spot without cleaning it for 2 weeks. Yeah, no shit that you're gonna get sick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Give Key false promise to try and keep him alive, but he is definitely gonna be a goner. 19. I'm gonna go for Gade. They also thought that SARS was gonna be the end of the world, and Ebola was gonna be the end of the world, and all those other fucking things were gonna be the end of the world. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Dominating performance.
DK Focus in trouble. Dropping low, there's going to be the Dusa, pumping out damage, Dusa ulti as well. They're all stunned, they're all looking in the wrong direction, and Dusa is like, ooh, free gold. Give Keys exorcism, is it going to keep him alive? No, it is not. Razor's very low in health. Run back. Fan score will still not kill off the Razor, and Fan score is going to die to Young G, and now they will have a dieback, they will have a bunch of deaths. And Windstrike are smacking down the melee racks in mid.
Barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle
What's up, Yomar?
has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bum, bum. You know what's probably one of the worst murderers in the world right now? One of the absolute worst to deal with. Destroying complete fucking families. Butter. Butter is a murderer. A sleeping giant of a murderer. Yes. Heart and vascular diseases are the biggest cause of death in the world. In at least the first world. So people eating too much butter, people getting too fat, people, bad diets. No, it's legit butter and other fatty substances that make those arteries closed, and then people get heart attacks and they die. More than tobacco. People that every person in the world eats. Not every person in the world smokes. Oh, they catch Gibkey. Is there going to be false promise to keep him alive? No, he does get taken out very quickly. The Yule's timber chain to manage to get out. It's just all about doing the right amount of exercise. No, it's not. If you eat fucking 2-3 sticks of butter a day, you can exercise all the fuck you want. Those arteries are gonna sit shut and you're gonna die. It's about cholesterol in that situation, and it's not about, there's going to be an arena, but it only catches BZZ. And the rapier is being built up on Youngji. With that Aegis Rapira, they should be able to take it. There's Hellraiser's game. That game should start in a second, I think. I mean, that game should have actually started an hour ago, but it seems they just had it marked wrong. Echoes now on to Raichu, and they will get themselves a couple of kills, but Gibkey, he now needs to be careful. The silence is on the Dusa. Dusa is dropping low. Young G might lose his life here. Will lose his life here. Wow, that was a lot of damage being dealt there. I mean, that's the power of an Exorcist Dusa. But they did force out a buttload of buybacks on the side of fours. And into the Roche pit they go. Any more games off this? There's a best of 5 between Hellraiser and Unique Nova coming up. I could also do the VP game, of course. Pretty much whatever the fuck I feel like doing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I know, it led you to there. But I was actually planning to doing that game an hour earlier, but they still haven't fucking started the game. And they will make this double. Yipkey's gonna make it the third, and 19 team. Oh, 4 deaths. Dead. BZZ is gonna be hunted. They have 1 buyback available. Wait, do they only have 1 buyback available? They do only have a buyback available on Gipkey. And the Dusa, he's got the edge, he's got the cheese, and actually he did buy back. Well, if they kill Timbersaw, he farms up 2 creep waves. He does also have a rapier. Why is it 4s? Because again, Hellraisers has not even started their match. Have they? No, WC 1 out of 10 are in the lobby. Where the fuck is that entire game? It should have started an hour ago.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower.
Oh, there's the rapier. There's the fat Dusa. And there is the game.
Instructions.
Give her a couple of seconds, and this entire etc. I mean, just walk down middle lane. 19T. Okay.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He's trying to get something done. Visual block, lift up, silence is there. Stun, control, there's no silence, sorry. Just the control. Young G in the meantime. He does have the H, he does have the cheese, he has the rapier. Right now about Gibkey. Pops his ulti, walks forward, chases him down. Gibkey, he's in trouble. That Dusa ulti, the new change that they made, gave it was a 35 to 50% movement speed increase, so it actually gives him a very good opportunity to chase down enemies. And Gibkey, who's trying to heal up, will he get anything done? Very doubtful, because they will blow up 19T on one end, and Gibkey's the only one with a buyback still left in his team. Exorcism is going to get retrieved. He's full mana, full health again, but it's just over. Oh, Echo Slam by Chu. But there's a stolen fissure from the Rubik, so Gimki can't run away. Youngki, like, he ate the cheese, but he's still full health. He's level 5, 1 for the 1,000 extra mana, and there's the GG called Forced. Sorry, Winstrike take out Force 2-0. Something I completely did not expect. At all. Or even close. Impressive. Hellraisers is at game 2 now. Okay, that's impressive, seeming game 1 hasn't been played yet. Might be that their opponents just aren't showing up. How are they at game 2? Yeah, exactly. Oh, psych. Oh, you got me. I totally believes you. He bamboozled me. So next game would be VP versus Aggressive Mode, probably. My music stopped, bitch. VP versus Aggressive Mode. Gonna get something to drink now, cause me thirsty. Now I'm gonna take a short break. I'm a little bit thirsty and shit. Hi. I'll be right back. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh yeah, politics in chat, that's always gonna be a good idea. Never a bad idea right there. Our Prime Minister resigned. Okay. You know, if he wants to do something else, kudos on him. Let's see. Oh, sure.
I did not choose the spotlight. The spotlight chose me.
Oh, sorry. Whoopsie daisy, wasn't paying attention.
Wait a minute. Bob Cow. You underestimate my power.
Lol. I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I assume it's fucking a JoJo reference. That is sick. That's pretty sick. Isn't that from interspecies reviewers, this song?
Don't let your dreams.
Yeah, it's from interspecies reviewers.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
It was at this moment Blackwood knew he fucked up. It was at this moment Jackson knew he fucked up.
Excuse me, what? Flashback. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Wow. Wow. That's just wow. That's just ultimate wow. When's the next game? I'll check.
Are you okay?
Let's see, when is it? They still only have 2 of the 10 people in the fucking Hell Races match. What the fuck? Ooh, big RP, and he stole. Okay, that's a sick play. Snowball saving his entire team. And then Snowball hitting the Enigma and then black holing the entirety of the enemy team. That is absolutely a god tier play.
Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How far are they with the game? Come on, hurry up. Oh, Parimatch, 10 out of 10. Good Parimatch again. Sorry, I'm just eating food right now. Oh, this is delicious. Some good fruit. I can't think of what the English name is. In Dutch we call it the grenade apple. I don't know why. Oh, there's gonna be the... Okay. Fucking G-Core rapid fire. God, that's beautiful. Still not ready. Another YouTube vid.
Special thanks to Verve for sponsoring this video. Go to vrv.co/Billiam to get a 30-day free trial of Verve Premium. Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out what I'm watching. The landscape of free-to-play online games in the early 2000s was wild. On one end of the spectrum, you had Neopets, which was monetized...
Alright, I'm gonna give up on this. Gonna sleep. Alright, good night, JCN.
And at the other end, you had things like IMVU, which was primarily monetized through a digital marketplace and acquiring for affinity. Neat. The marketing behind these games was aggressive. I remember seeing Neopets ads all the time on...
Neopets was the shit, baby.
2 pages on our website without seeing a creepy face IMVU ad. But in the center of it all was Maple Story.
What are you guys doing? We're slapping each other in the face with a fish. Why are you doing that?
Because we can. And it's free.
There's just like Maple Story.
Come join us at maplestory.com for free. I mean, I'd see an ad here and there, and all of a sudden the irate gamer has an imaginary friend who's a character from Maple Story, and I knew I had to try it. The only problem is I grew up with this thing, the eMac. And although this thick boy introduced me to things like iMovie, it wasn't able to play games. Because I don't know if you've heard non-Apple people complain about Apple products, but they don't really play games. Except for Parachute. Game of the Year edition. So despite all the pop-up ads, I never got to try Maple Story.
I wanted to do the VP game.
Back of my head. I had no problem
Because
tracking
the
down
Hellraisers game is literally
North
taking
American
3.5 years.
publisher Nexon still offers the game and all of its sequels and spin-offs for free on the website in a variety of app stores. However, installing and starting Maple Story was incredibly off-putting to me as a newcomer. Right from the get-go, there are dozens of servers and character classes to choose from, all of which make the game play differently.
Yes, and that's why that game sucked afterwards. That game was amazing when you only had 4 classes, with the Pirate 5, and you started at level 1 with classless. That was the best version of Maple Story.
I was able to track down a vanilla version of
that
the game
one
being hosted
vanilla.
on a fan site, and it's as vanilla as Smash Bros. With no items. Maple Story is a hybrid side-scroller MMORPG, which was initially published by Nexon and developed by Wiznet. The game was released in 2003 and came out of beta a few years later, which led to a huge spike in popularity. At its peak, Maple Story had over 92 million players. The game is actually split into a few separate games, technically varying differently depending on where you are in the world. The most popular are Maple Story Worldwide and Maple Sea. In the early days, all of these servers were accessible to anyone. Players were only encouraged to play in the ones which accompanied their location. Eventually, a hard IP ban was implemented in Maple Sea, which locked the game to only players in Southeast Asia. This left players worldwide locked out of their accounts. Characters were lost, items were stolen, and friendships were broken. Ever since then, the game has been managed by 2 separate branches of Nexon. Besides being in the format of a side-scroller, Maple Story is pretty standard MMO fare. It's just super cute as well. You make a character, perform a tutorial stage, and then perform quests which often have you killing enemies like snails, bigger snails, mushrooms, bigger mushrooms, pigs. and pigs
Pigs with ribbons.
With any given area, there are a variety of enemies with a wide range of difficulty to beat. However, often difficult or higher level enemies will be separated from others, so you can avoid the blue mushrooms of death and cosplay pigs, and instead go beat up stumps and slimes, which are significantly easier to kill. After a while, you get an opportunity to choose a job class: warrior, bowman, magician, thief, and pirate. Choosing your job class unlocks different abilities and weapons, as well as access to exclusive quests. I chose thief, so now I get all these here ninja stars. I love it. The world of MapleStory has a lot of mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms. Originally, the game took place on Victoria Island, which has Lilith Harbor, a port city where you start the game post-tutorial, Hennessy, a forested area where the game's open market is, mini-game hubs, and more. And then there's Kerning City. It's a rundown city, along with some others that I'm too low of a level to reasonably get to. The game's world is really appealing to look at. Of course, I can't really get the full experience of the game without playing with others, but unfortunately not a lot of people want to play this with me. I feel like a lot of MMOs offer a lot of the same stuff, and it's really up to the world and characters to diversify games from each other. MapleStory's retro aesthetic is definitely appealing, and I wish I was able to spend more time with it. It's fun, but it has all the same tedious tendencies as playing any MMO alone.
That's right. Relax. You know what else? You're free.
It's just like MapleStory. Give John is at MapleStory.com for free.
While the mechanics of early MapleStory are much easier to navigate than new
Is that
MapleStory,
actually a
the
commercial?
reality of the game itself was much different because it was a much earlier internet. Even up until a few years ago, the MapleStory security system was incredibly easy to hack, with people exploiting the game's code for money so badly to the point where Nexon had to file multiple lawsuits against hackers. In the real early days, it was really common in the game for players to exchange login information for
Okay, do I go for the VP game or the Hellraisers game? Is there actually anyone casting the Hellraisers game? Twitch. In English, is there anyone casting it? It seems not. Okay, then I'll do Hellraisers. It's Hellraisers versus who the fuck? Alright, good night, Felix. Hellraisers versus... Oh wait, maybe they have it as HR. Wait, I'll just do WEC. I don't see any WEC. Hellraisers versus Unique Nova. Versus Unique Nova. WEG Russia Finals. There we go. And also gotta change it on the Facebook. Update information. Continue watching video.
It's available to players level 50 and over. It's an incredibly difficult boss, and if you beat it, there's a chance it'll drop a Zakum helmet. It became really common for players to hand over their accounts to people to do Zakum runs, in which someone would beat the boss for you until the item was awarded. Now, sometimes people were legitimate about it, and other times they would drain your account of all valuable items and give it back to you. An empty husk of what it once was. Eventually, Nexon had to implement a pin system along with your ID and
the pin system, I remember that as well.
It may have also been a bannable offense. I say may have been because so much of MapleStory's history is reading speculation off of forums. And there was one high-profile instance of a famous MapleStory player being banned for either hacking, having more than one player on the account, or cursing out his girlfriend. I wish I knew the real story, but no one does. MapleStory has a leaderboard, which shows off the highest level players. Back in the day of Homestar Runner and Chill, the players consistently on there were Sushi, Fangblade, and Tiger, who held the #1 spot for 3 years. Tiger became a bit of a legend within the MapleStory world. Being at the top of the leaderboard all the time made his username famous and began speculation into the account. This speculation only grew when the account was banned sometime in 2007. Going around the internet, it is impossible to nail down any confirmable details about Tiger. But a few points of speculation are consistent throughout posts of people claiming to have known the owners of the account.
Wait,
However,
what?
none of this is verifiable information and should be taken with a grain of salt. The first common piece of information is about the owner of the account, being somebody named Gavin, and another person who had access to the account being named Craig. Tiger was in a guild called My BFF with both Sushi and Fangblade, but apparently all of them were wary of Gavin, who was apparently very manipulative and toxic. Tiger's account was banned for either hacking the game, more than one person having access to the account, or from swearing at or threatening his girlfriend in the game. The speculation of this account and what happened to Tiger ranges...
Why am I even watching this? It was a great game back in the day. That's true.
So there's this thing called Pokemon. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's pretty popular, though. Definitely big in Japan. And like most things that are big in Japan, over the years it's earned itself a manga adaptation or two. Or over 100. The first of these was Pokemon Pocket Monsters, a strange, comedically toned manga that borrows some stylistic elements from Dragon Ball, and in which all the Pokemon could talk and coexisted with regular animals. It was really weird, and never made it outside of Japan. The first Pokemon manga that did reach North American comic shops, and the first that I read as a kid, was The Electric Tale of Pikachu, which roughly followed the plot of the anime, and which ended up having substantially more plot on account of being drawn by prolific hentai artist Toshihiro Ono, aka Kamiranjaku Sanpei, who once complained that he had to redraw basically every page for the North American release, and you can see why, since, that shirt has Pokeballs for nipples. I guess that explains all those panels of Misty slowly changing into her bathing suit. Those two manga were just the tip of the iceberg for Pokemon. Before too long, there were dozens of series and one-shots spanning multiple imprints and an impressive range of genres. There were Pokemon 4 Comas, manga adaptations of the movies, separate Ani manga made with film screenshots, manga based on spin-off games like Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Ranger, and Colosseum, a shoujo series called Magical Pokemon Journey, Phantom Thief Pokemon 7, a single-volume story about a magic Kaito-esque Lucario trainer who steals from other thieves, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Knockoff set in the real world called Aim to be a Card Master, Pokemon Card GB the Comics, a one-shot adaptation of the Pokemon TCG Game Boy game, How I Became a Pokemon Card, which just explains the lore behind the art on various Pokemon cards, and which ran for 6 volumes and 38 chapters somehow.
What?
Actually, that is a pretty cool concept. And the list goes on and on.
That's a lot.
That's not even all of the manga about the trading cards. Of course, there were plenty of adaptations of the mainline Pokemon games as well, and of those, far and away, the best and most enduring is Pokemon Special, or as it's known in North America, Pokemon Adventures. A lot of you are probably familiar with this manga already.
Nope.
It's one of the most widely read of the Pokemon adaptations by far, but its readership represents just a fraction of the full Pokemon fanbase, and that's why I'm making this video. Because while, yes, reading is for nerds, every Pokemon nerd owes it to themselves to give this manga.
Yes, reading is for nerds.
For younger fans, it will show you a side of the Pokemon world you've never seen, and for older fans, it will feel like coming home for the first time in decades. I love the world of the Pokemon anime, like a whole bunch. I made a whole video about how great Sun and Moon is that you can't watch because, oh man, are the rights holders for the anime ever strict. But there's always been a bit of a disconnect between that world and the one in the game. It's a gap that the games have attempted to bridge over the years by emulating more and more aspects of the anime, but in doing so, I think they've lost a bit of what used to make them special. The world of red, blue, gold, and silver has its own unique flavor. It represents a more naturalistic, holistic vision of late 90s Japan, holding on to its boxy, utilitarian, industrialized cities, but connecting them through walking paths and nature trails made for people and living creatures instead of roads made for machines. Aside from bikes, the only vehicles you see in those games are a single-line bullet train, a big ship, and one pickup truck that sadly does not have a Mew under it. It was a world where Gary Oak's car full of groupies would have felt even more out of place than it does in the anime. Red and Blue, and later Gold and Silver, as 8-bit RPGs, were working with very limited tools in defining their world, but they still managed to make each region and town you visited in your Pokemon journey feel distinct from the others. There's a certain sense of isolation and claustrophobia
Finished.
you get walking through the paved, enclosed, uniform streets of Saffron City that stands in contrast to the more open, green layout of neighboring Celadon and Fuchsia and the waterways of Cerulean. In emulating the polished, colorful, utopian world of the anime, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and later Heart Gold and Soul Silver and the Let's Go games, strip that feeling away. And I like the world they build in its place, but it's not the one I explored as a kid. But that world does still exist and come alive in the pages of Pokemon Adventures.
I'm connecting to the
Satoshi
WC
Tajiri,
master
the series creator, purportedly said that it's the closest any adaptation of Pokemon has come to representing his original vision.
There we go.
Dire Team
Oh, Hellraisers versus Unique Nova.
Team Pick.
Game number 1 of the Grand Five. Fervian's playing with Unique Nova. And that's the only name I recognize. On Hellraisers, Roger is playing with Hellraisers. And Afterlife? Sani, Miposhka. Wait, what? Okay, so Nick, Safelink, Sani, Mid, Miposhka, 5, Roger, 4, Afterlife, Offlane. Okay, Hellraisers, I honestly... Oh yeah, wait, no, Roger actually joined Hellraisers. But Afterlife, did he also join Hellraisers?
5
Of course.
seconds remaining.
Afterlife got kicked from,
Dire
he was
Team
on the... Was he?
Radiant
I think he was on Windstrike as well.
Radiant Team
Oh, that's a pretty cool lineup that Hellraisers has right now. I would assume that Hellraisers is going to stomp this finals.
Dire Team Ban.
Sup, Dave? Probably one more game for rank up, baby. Let's get that immortal soon enough.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Burn, baby, burn.
Radiant Team Ban.
Vine first, but I mean, the Vine is good. We will have that done in no time. We got this in the bag, buddy. Let's see.
Dire Team Ban.
Hey, Dave, here. I'll link you the, where the tournament's being held, the Dutch mixed tourney. That was today. Well, is going on today.
Remaining. 5 seconds.
Burn, baby, burn! Hellraisers Roger, huh? Neat. Anybody on these teams to pay extra attention to? I only know Fervian from Unique Nova, honestly. But, I mean, Hellraisers, like Nyx, because like, their entire lineup is really solid right now. I think they might be actually a contester for one of the best teams in the CIS region. With the pickup of Roger and Afterlife. I mean, so far, all these years, I have considered Roger to be one of the...
Dire Team Pick.
Well, Roger has always been a good 4 position, but I've always thought Afterlife one of the best CIS region offlaners. Yeah, old Aqua is Afterlife. Alright, sure, Dave. I think that should be enough time for me to cast 2 Hellraisers games. Pugna. Wait, Pugna? Good against the Troll Warlord. So, okay, I can get behind the Pugna. Slardar picked up in the Troll Warlord to counter out the Slardar because the Troll Warlord is very good against Slardar. Whirling Axe's evasion is very nice. Usually on Empire, I think. Yes, Babushka has been on Empire in the past. And has, is a good position fight. But I really think that with the addition of Afterlife and Roger, this Hellraiser's lineup could make the next step. To compete with Navi and VP. Because VP, honestly, they still look very iffy.
Radiant pick. Dire team.
Morph safe lane, so it's probably... Is this a mid buck or is this going to be a supportive buck? Void Spirit picked up for Unique Nova, so we've got, honestly, like, we're still not that far out. It's the Troll Warlord safe lane, at least, with the enchantments of 5, Rubik 4. Void Spirit could go off lane, could still go mid. It depends on what the last pick is going to be for Unique Nova, how Hellraisers are going to lane this. But Navi and VP, damn. And that's true, and that's still high praise. Yeah, it is. I honestly think that this Hellraisers have always been a team that has not been at the top, but always been close in both CSGO and Dota, but they've never been at the top. So it's good to see them continuously growing. They're pretty much like Mouse Sports. Well, Mouse Sports at the moment, I think they're second in the world or something in CSGO. And finally they, make that extra step higher. They did get eliminated in the Intel Extreme Masters pretty early, but still, besides that, they've been looking pretty good. And they're just two of those teams that have always been... So Penta was always also one of those teams that just slightly below what you want them to see perform. Well, Hellraisers have made a nice upgrade here. And I was told, so I'm going to turn on the heat and be right back.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes.
There we go. Okay, let's see, Mars. So they're going to play, I guess, mid Void Spirit. And they're going to be playing Afterlife, Pugna off lane with the 4th position Slarda. Okay. Out of the draft. This is a really good OD game. It's going to be a Troll Warlord with Diffusal Blade pickup against some Morphling, most likely. But this is a really good OD game. Though I would say early game favors Unique Nova, but after that they should be able to take over on Hellraisers. Why they kicked Phonic and Gilgir? Because Afterlife and Roger. I assume that, so they kicked, I think they kicked them, yeah. Kasani is, actually don't know, wait, HR, go to 2. Actually, I'm going to check out what their lineup exactly entails. This is game number 1, yes. Sani is Well, Gilgate still says that he's in the lineup somewhere, but, you know, I haven't seen him play for them for a while. And it also says that Funnick is still in the lineup. Maybe they're just for WSG not in the lineup. No, I definitely saw Roger play with Hellraisers this week as well. I gotta get my nuts out. There we go. Now I can eat nuts.
Seconds to battle.
Oh, I also need to do, okay, Hellraisers versus Nova. Okay, bets are open, guys, for people that want to bet. You still have time now. Roger's going to walk up the high ground, needs to be a little bit careful. And Sean Slow coming out should not be able to secure the bounty room, which makes it a 2-for-2 trade. So Roger's going to try and play safe lane support for the morph lane. And they're going to put Disruptor. Yeah, I mean, this makes more sense. You decrapify someone, throw the Thunder Strike on top, they take a lot of damage. Ain't no eating on stream. Oh, delicious. Mmm. So good. Mmm. What's up, Lucky Harry? So it is going to be the offlane Mars. That's pretty annoying for the Morphling, because Mars has stupid attack range. What's up, bro? Thank you for cussing. You're welcome. Now love me with all you do. Oh. Now I gotta close bets quickly, and then I can focus on the game while eating my macadamia nut mix. Okay, Mars going on to the Morphling. Does he get swapped into strength in time? I mean, it's level 1, so it's taking forever. He does manage to kill off the courier, and he doesn't die just yet.
Has been killed.
So a good catch there. In the meantime, they also take, well, both the off-lane duo lose their couriers. Oh, but they might take out the Slider now. They have a zap available, and Roger will get last clicked down. First blood for Nova. I just closed the bets, and by the way, you don't have 10k. But nice believing you do. Keep having faith, my friend. Wow, this guy is getting a little bit aggressive with the song. I'm gonna go to a different mix. Oh, this is also aggressive. Afterlife in the bottom lane. Oh, wow, Roger actually takes out the Mars top lane. But Afterlife struggling a little bit against Krilat. Yeah, I don't even know. Well, I'm going to check out the ranks. I don't even know these people. The only one I know is Fervian, and that's the guy that's, you know, unranked immortal. Okay. Yeah, no, I meant from the Radiant side. from Unique Nova, from the, I know everyone from, Hellraisers. That's just a pretty legit lineup. I mean, Roger, Nix, Ksani, Miposhka, and Afterlife. Really good lineup. Really like it. God, this guy likes screaming. And I like eating nuts. Yes, you heard it here on stream, baby. Sunny's mid lane is going pretty decent against Bobina. I've seen it get worse for ODs. And now we have Afterlife catching up once he has a couple of levels in the crop. Find Nether Blast. Makes it harder for the Troll Warlord to find because a lot of magic damage comes out, but also the fact that you can decrepify him and making sure he doesn't get a last hit on a creep. Or deny. Which is a pretty big nuisance. Bounty runes are about to spawn. And Bobina is going to use that bottle to recharge it. Or is he? Eighth Remnant just barely clips Roger, who's now in trouble. Yep, they will be able to secure the kill. Pushes him back right to Fervian, who then zaps him down.
A gift from the Tempest of Battle. I came a long way to see you die.
Okay. Well, let's hope Zaxani will make it to WSG then. So Miposhka, who is playing 4-position disruptor, well actually 5-position off-lane support disruptor. Because of all, look at the amount of net worth he has, 350. Because he bought so much regen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just buying, everything in his inventory will vanish from there. So he'll just escape into thin air.
Nature tender.
What's up, Yawa? How you doing, bud? The Boshka is dropping very low, but the Decrepify will not keep him living through all of this. Okay, I'm gonna open up my can of energy because I'm starting to get thirsty. Thanks to all the nuts. Morphling's actually top net with the game. Turns into the Mars, skewers him towards the tree, and even smacks him down with a nice little God's Rebuke play at the end. Well, we can now see who's the superior Mars. How are you today, buddy? Good. My girlfriend was here today. She went home. I would have played in a Dutch mix tournament if she wasn't here, but I had a lot of fun this weekend. This week. And Bobina will just retreat well. Afterlife bottom lane. I mean, Krylet is a little bit aggressive. He doesn't have his level 6 yet. Then he'll get Battle Trance, but then again, if he pops Battle Trance immediately to grab fight, you're fucked. You ain't getting shit done, bud. Hellraisers has a great lineup. The only problem is their early game could be bad, but the Morphling top net with the game means they've won the early game. Xani in the mid lane is also winning his lane. The only lane that they're losing is Bugna's lane, but that's not losing, that's pretty much evening it out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Hellraisers have a legit squad here. Like, they should outplay, like, they are way better players on the Hellraiser squad than on Unique Nova. So 3-0 would not be surprising. Oh, Skewer Nick's back. And Roger is going to get skewered to the tree. A little bit aggressive. Roger dropping low. There's going to be the control. They're going to hold him in place. Sorry, never mind. That was Poshka coming in. Well, he was a lot closer than expected. Fervian's going to die. Glimpse Pion away. The Mars skewer comes out. He will try to get the God's Rebuke. Maybe? Yeah, Poshka's not dumb enough to walk up the high ground there to face the Mars head on. Though Kasani needs to be careful. Oh, that is pretty sketch. If he was there in time, I think Kasani, yeah, he's got to continuously run. But Bobina does not get the connection going. Aether Remnant, ooh, so close, and there is going to be the end. Astral Imprisonment. He cancels his TP immediately. Oh, Kasani, big mistakes. Krylet comes running in. They're all chasing after this OD. He's still on the run. He has another Astral to keep Krylet away from him. But because his TP has been cancelled, they know that he can't escape. What was that juke? What literally was that juke? That was, like, terrible. Ooh. He will finally fall. Pro creeps. Sorry, to the lane creeps. But that gives enough time for the side of Hellraise to grab all 4 bounty runes. Thank you for the big yoinkage. He'll get kicked or what? I don't know. It might be because I see Roger playing for them now. It could also be that, you know, he's sick and Roger's stepping in. I mean, Roger is teamless and Afterlife is teamless after ex-Windstrike, well, Windstrike kicked their lineup. Okay, Roger. Gil doesn't have any mana left. Troll Warlord's coming in. Roger, does he manage to get away? Slithering Crush. Gets dodged by Krylat. Nice moves there. And Roger will not escape. Another kill coming in for Nova. Networth is in favor of Hellraise, but they are getting a bunch of kills here on the side of Unique Nova.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
What's up, Heinemann?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Glimpse back. Yon is stuck in Saxon Connect Field. Life drain. Thank you very much. It even regains the Pugna's mana. That's what's so great about Pugna. If you get a chance to actually drain someone dry. Beautiful. Fairview, however, steals the life drain. And Afterlife getting drained on the other side. With Bobina securing the final hit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Boom! Yeah, I mean, that was to be expected. You want that kill. You so desperately want it. You can almost taste it. Enchantress went for... Okay. Went for 1 point in Nature's Attendance. I see them actually skipping up Nature's Attendance. Like, everything most of the time these days gets skipped.